Cheeky Crumbs! Today we're going to be making a Japanese cotton cheesecake, which is also known as the Japanese cheese soufflé cake. And this is a particular cake because it kind of tastes like a cheesecake, but it has a completely different texture. It's nice and fluffy and airy and moist. It's amazing. So let's get started. What you're gonna need: 2 donuts, 125 grams of cream cheese, 110 grams of whipping cream, 20 grams of caster sugar and 50 grams of caster sugar, 40 grams of all-purpose flour, 30 grams of cornstarch, 3 egg yolks and 3 egg whites, half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. To bake the cake, I'm going to be using a 15 centimeter pan, and if you have a pan that isn't springform, so it doesn't open, that's perfect. I don't, so I'm going to be using an actual pan that can go in the oven, which is fine. If you only have a springform pan, you can wrap the edges with foil to avoid the water from the water bath to seep into the cake. I have placed some water to boil in a pan, and you're going to place a bowl on top of that. And in the bowl, we're going to put our whipping cream, our cream cheese, and the 20 grams of sugar. And we're gonna stir that, and the cream cheese will slowly melt with the heat. Now that your mixture is nice and smooth, you're gonna remove your bowl from the heat and let it rest for 5 minutes. Now you're gonna add in your egg yolks and mix them through. Now you want to add in your vanilla extract, and you want to sift in your flour and cornstarch. And now you want to mix until everything is nice and incorporated and you don't have any lumps. Now, to make sure we have no lumps at all in our mixture, we're gonna pass it through a sieve and just get rid of any possible lumps. Now you want to start preheating your oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Now we're gonna whip our egg whites. I have added a little pinch of salt into my egg whites as it helps with the whipping. And you're gonna whisk on low, medium speed until you get these large bubbles. Now that you have these foamy bubbles, you're gonna add in your cream of tartar and keep whisking on low speed. Now that they're nice and white and foamy, you're gonna add a little bit of your sugar at a time and keep whisking in between. Once you reach these stiff but soft peaks, so as you can see, the peak will hold, but it's not too hard. This is the perfect consistency that you want. Now you're gonna add your egg whites to your mixture, 1/3 at a time. So we're gonna put 1/3 of our egg whites, and you gently want to fold them through the mixture. Now you can put some water to boil that we're gonna need for our hot bath baking method. I have lined my pan with parchment paper, and now you're gonna pour your mixture into your pan. This cake needs to bake at a few different temperatures for different periods of time. So first of all, we're gonna place our pan in a larger pan and fill that with boiling water and turn the oven down from 180 to 160 degrees Celsius and bake for 40 minutes. Now you want to lower your temperature to 140 degrees Celsius and bake for another 20 to 30 minutes. Now you want to turn your oven off, and you can check if your cake is ready by, if you push it gently with your finger, it will spring back up. And you want to leave it in your oven with the door open just a little bit for about 15 minutes. So I've taken my cake finally out of the oven, and it is completely normal for it to shrink and come off the sides. It's completely normal, do not freak out. So I'm gonna turn it over. I'm just gonna place a rack over the top, and then flip it over. And you want to remove this, and you're gonna let this dry out and cool for, well, until it's nice and cool. So here is our Japanese cotton cheesecake. And as you can see, my sides did collapse a little bit, but I mean, that happens because it is like a souffle cake. But the texture is amazing and perfect, and I can't wait to eat it. And now I'm gonna cut a slice and taste it. Let's see inside. Such a nice texture. It's so cool because it tastes like cheesecake, but then it has a completely different texture from a cheesecake. Oh, it's so good. So I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought and what you would like to see me make in my future videos. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!